My name is H.A. Goodman, and I'm an author, columnist, and journalist. Hit subscribe right now. We're on our way to 140,000 subscribers. Tell your friends about this channel, especially this week. This week is going to be enormous. We have a new Attorney General, okay? The Sessions days are gone. We have a new Attorney General. Am I saying he's going to be amazing? He's going to... I don't know. But I can tell you that the odds have increased exponentially for a Peter Strzok investigation. He actually promised Lindsey Graham that during confirmation, and Democrats had like nothing to say. He said that he was shocked when he saw the text messages. Oh, he's not going to become president, right? No, we'll stop Trump. Those text messages. So he's well aware of everything. The origins of the Mueller probe. We have a Senate Judiciary Committee investigation into Clinton's emails again. So that's already starting with Lindsey Graham. But you have, hopefully, he's stated, William Barr has stated that there's more to investigate regarding the Uranium One scandal than there is about Trump's ties to Facebook ads or Twitter or whatever. A bunch of nonsense. Okay? Which leads us to the Mueller report. Now, if you look at, if you just type in Mueller, after what they did to Roger Stone, which was really a travesty, a Predawn raid, just for show, just for public relations, just to, I mean, where are the Predawn raids when it comes to people who transfer top secret intelligence outside of the United States government? Hillary Clinton, according to James Comey, found a way to transfer top secret and special access program intelligence outside of the government, and Comey never explained how. Peter Strzok, the wonderful counterintelligence, never explained how. Now, JWIC's Joint Worldwide Intelligence Communication System is the only, or one of, the possible networks, intranets that she transferred the SAP intel from. Who gave her the authority to do so? And how did Brian Pagliano and others do this? Where are the pre-dawn raids for that guy? Well, William Barr knows very well what you can't have a functioning state with this kind of precedent. But Trump says he doesn't know if he wants Mueller report made public. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. You spent 2 years. So Democrats do not care about Medicare for all. They don't care about a pathway to citizenship. They don't care about writing legislation. We know that from Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, who's not writing any legislation. Beto O'Rourke, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Bernie Sanders now are all media figures. They're not legislators. They're not people who focus on laws that better the life of their constituents. So if they really believe... See, the rhetoric never correlates to action or deed. It used to with Bernie Sanders. But now, he's a tool of the Democratic Party, and thank God Trump won. Trump is going after the intel committees. He's bringing home Americans from never-ending conflict and quagmires. And just, 20 years is not enough? Even Bernie's like, oh, we have to have an orderly, withdrawal. It's like, no, bring home Americans. He's doing that. He's presiding over peace between North and South Korea. He has a great economy. The economy is amazing. It's a good thing. It's all good things. But they focused on only one thing, the Mueller probe. They don't care about anything else, even though they'll pontificate about how moral they are, how morally superior they are, because they want all these programs that they don't really, write legislation to enact. But Trump says he doesn't know if he wants the Mueller report made public. It's so funny. Trump says he doesn't know if he wants Mueller report made public. It depends, Trump said. I have no idea what it's going to say. President Donald Trump said in a CBS interview that aired Sunday that he isn't sure if he wants Special Counsel Robert Mueller's report to be made public. So he's going to keep the report. He's going to keep parts of the report. And William Barr has already stated that he has every right to do so. So far, this thing's been a total witch hunt, and it doesn't implicate me in any way. There was no collusion. There was no obstruction. There was nothing. It doesn't implicate me in any way, but I think it's a disgrace. He's 100% right on that. He's 100% right on that. It is an absolute disgrace. There was zero evidence, and it was a setup. That's what really this is all about. It was a setup. Clinton actually committed crimes. Look, this all goes back to Hillary Clinton. All of it. What we're seeing now with the media, what we're seeing with the division. The division in the United States of America is not Trump's fault. People could just look at Trump and say, well, we disagree in terms of a viewpoint or legislation. But they don't say that. They say, he is representative of X, Y, and Z. He represents all of this, and because of all of that, we are now more divided than ever. No, we're not. The media is fomenting, in fact, more people are working than at any point in Obama's administration. More people are working than at any point in Obama or even Bush's administration. Unemployment's at record lows. We have 400,000 manufacturing jobs. We have a jobs report that beat estimates. We have stock markets doing well now. So when the stock market was tanking, oh my God, now no one talks about the stock market. All right. You have manufacturing jobs coming back to the United States of America. You have people working. You have record lows in terms of Black and Latino unemployment. You have all of these great things taking place. Okay? You have all of these great things taking place. You have 4,100,000 jobs being created under during 2 years of President Trump's administration. Okay? 4,100,000 jobs. Okay? And but you have with Obama 8 years, and it's only, he only created 11.8 million jobs in 8 years. We already have 4.1 million in 2 years. Trump is going to outpace Obama in that category as well. Trump has a better foreign policy, he has a better economy. So how are you going to go into 2020 with a populist message? How are you going to defeat Trump? Because the outrage meter, it's going to implode. Especially when you have the whole controversy in Virginia now with the governor. Just check out my last segment prior to this. The hypocrisy is unbelievable. But there is nothing. The Mueller, there was never anything. Like, he didn't have to. Number one, he didn't have to collude with anyone. The only person who colluded with the Russians is Hillary Clinton with the Steele dossier that she purchased. Obama came in with a Russian reset. He then presided over a 20% of uranium sale to Putin, 20% of U.S. uranium capacity. Money flowed into the Clinton Foundation amid the deal. The Committee on Foreign Investment, by the way, was composed of only Obama loyalists. Hillary Clinton did not oppose the deal. She was on the Committee on Foreign Investment. Her husband, Bill Clinton, actually met at Vladimir Putin's home outside Moscow. His home. Where were the people? Where was the transcript of that conversation? Where was the transcript of the conversation between Bill Clinton and Loretta Lynch? On a tarmac, when they spoke about golf breaks and their grandchildren. The media is complicit in all of this. That's why they hate Trump so much. There is zero emphasis on truth. Look. If I wanted to really make a lot of money, and I didn't care about values or ethics, I would then say, you know what, Trump worked with Russia. Here it is. Do you know how lucrative that is? Do you know how lucrative it is to spread the conspiracy nonsense that Trump worked with Russia to influence Americans in swing states via Facebook ads and through hacking the DNC to inform the general public that Bernie Sanders was cheated by Deborah Wasserman Schultz. Deborah Wasserman Schultz. People eat that up. The majority, half the country, or perhaps even more than half, either they don't care or that resonates with them because they're told by the media that Trump worked with Russia. That is very lucrative. Unfortunately, it's wrong. Unfortunately, there's not a shred of evidence. So if there was evidence, I would talk about it. But there's no evidence, so I can't talk about it. I actually have to dispel the myth. I actually need to dismantle the ridiculous hoax. Trump We don't even know if the DNC was hacked, number one. CrowdStrike is the only entity to look at DNC servers, and they were paid by Democrats. It's the equivalent of a defense attorney saying, well, as you can see, my client is innocent. Look at the safe that we have here, and I'm going to give you the copies of the fingerprints. So just don't ask for any copies yourself. Don't even look at the server. Don't even look at the safe. We have that too. So imagine if a bank robber said, no, the DA, the city cannot look at the safe, but we'll look at the safe and we'll hire our own people, our own forensic people. And as you can see, we're not guilty. That's essentially what CrowdStrike is. Gizmodo, BuzzFeed, Daily Beast, Washington Post, Vice, they all say, Trump and his dumb theory regarding the DNC servers. Yeah, and then they say, well, I mean, CrowdStrike gave images and copies. How do you know CrowdStrike's images are pristine? They're not WikiLeaks. WikiLeaks publishes only pristine emails. How do you know CrowdStrike, their images are pristine or accurate? They were paid for by the Democrats. You think the Democrats are going to pay for something they're not going to get what they pay for? It's an obvious conflict of interest. So that's what the whole thing is predicated upon. All the Russian intelligence officers and all that stuff. That's why they say, well, on or about. Because they don't know when the DNC was really hacked or when they don't know. They don't know. They reference CrowdStrike in the Roger Stone indictment. They reference CrowdStrike in the Russian intelligence officers' indictments. They referenced CrowdStrike because the United States government never looked at the servers. Literally, never touched DNC servers because they have a lot to hide. Why are the DNC servers hidden from the U.S. government? Why is Clinton using her own servers? Why the emphasis on CrowdStrike? Why the emphasis on Platte River and Dado Inc.? And congressional tech aides, staffers. We can go on that one. I wrote about that. But I explain in But Our Top Secret Emails, my book is below in the pinned comment. And by the way, check out HA Second Amendment. Latest grouping is amazing. A 357 Magnum, awesome. 686 Smith & Wesson, awesome. Best grouping thus far. But why are they so focused on hiding information? That's why it's not sustainable. You cannot sustain this. That's why Clinton eventually will get indicted, because it's a precedent that you cannot, it's not sustainable. This precedent of hiding information from the United States government and transferring top secret intelligence and transferring special access program intelligence from the United States government is not sustainable. It is a precedent that cannot be sustained. You can't have a functioning country. You can't have a functioning country if you act in that manner. So that's the issue. The issue here is you have a situation where, then, of course, the FISA warrants. Then you have Peter Strzok literally saying, we're going to stop Trump. Then you have James Comey exonerating Clinton for her crimes. So it's this issue of Clinton committed crimes. She transferred top secret intel outside of the United States government, SAP intel outside of JWICs and secure locations, onto servers outside the U.S. that were hacked by the world. Okay, you cannot, this is bigger than anyone could ever imagine, and that's not hyperbole. Attorney General Michael McCasey stated that 2016. This is bigger. This is a bigger story topic than anyone can ever imagine. That's why you see all of this insanity via media. And the Clintons think they can get away with it. The only problem is, you cannot have the precedent. That's the thing. That precedent cannot exist, because then you'll have other people transferring top secret intel outside of the United States, and they'll get away with it also. That's not a precedent you can set. So that's why eventually she'll get indicted. And you'll see a whole bunch of people going down, from Brian Pagliano to all of these people. And the people who will flip and sing are the people in Clinton's sphere. Now, if Strzok faces jail time, 10, 20, 30 years in prison, or however many years in prison, even 4 years in prison, 5 years in prison, for what he did, because it is a criminal act to fabricate an investigation. You can't fabricate an investigation knowing. You can't state, oh, well, we'll stop him in a text message and then delete references to gross negligence with Hillary Clinton. You can't act in a manner that deliberately focuses on hurting one side, one political opponent. You're a crooked individual, a crooked cop in this case. And I respect law enforcement, but Peter Strzok and McCabe and Comey, these are not honorable people. These are dishonorable people. They knew exactly what they were doing, and it's a criminal act to fabricate criminal probes. You can't investigate somebody based on political ambitions. That's why you see them now. They're all against Trump. Clapper, Brennan, and it's never been the case before. Usually, like in the 80s up until the 90s, even early 2000s, these intel people were like completely apolitical. Now they're like social media stars and they just hate Trump, and it's obvious. They couldn't stand Trump and they wanted to hurt him in 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018. That's why they fabricated this whole thing and plunged this country into a new Cold War. Because Clinton actually committed crimes. They couldn't do their job, so they had to fabricate an investigation through a Steele dossier, by the way, that even Bill Maher doesn't even know was purchased by Hillary Clinton. So when Ann Coulter said, yeah, the Fusion GPS, this whole Russia thing is nonsense. What? He didn't even know what the Fusion GPS situation was. She purchased, so this is a note to Bill Maher, she purchased her Russian hacking myth. She purchased the Steele dossier. It's complete and utter nonsense, and it was used to spy on Carter Page. This isn't just protocol. Well, you can't prove, you can't prove that Strzok. Yeah, you can't prove anything regarding all of these people. What? Roger Stone, Papadopoulos. You couldn't prove anything. These are process crimes. So then just create an investigation on Strzok and get him on a process crime. They hide behind this petulance, like, well, you can't prove that Strzok, committed crimes. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. He deleted references to gross negligence when he knew that he was the counterintelligence official, top counterintelligence official. She transferred top secret intel for other intelligence services to acquire. So how do you not ask how she did that? And then you have Andrew McCabe, who lied under oath 3 times. Then you have James Baker, the FBI legal counsel, who actually said, yeah, she should have been indicted, who agreed with me. Anyway, give me your thoughts below. Hit subscribe right now. This is the Mueller report. He's gonna keep parts of the Mueller report because Attorney General Michael McCasey stated, yeah, you can keep parts of the Mueller report. If people aren't indicted, if Trump is not indicted, which he won't be, because he didn't do anything wrong and he didn't obstruct justice. You can't create a phony investigation and then get people on obstructing or trying to end the phony investigation. Meanwhile, like the Uranium One deal is the most overt. You go back in time, ask Eisenhower, Lyndon Johnson, Kennedy, whatever. You ask Reagan, ask any president. Oh, by the way, Obama presided over a uranium sale to Russia. So we sold them uranium. 20% of U.S. uranium capacity at the time. And then see what they would say. Go back in time and speak to somebody during the Cold War in the United States of America, where there's like drills and they're hiding under desks because of like fallout and, the end of the world. And explain, oh yeah, well, President Obama in 2010 came in with a Russian reset and he sold uranium. And yellow cake uranium, by the way, was shipped out of the country and Mueller was FBI director. I explain all of this in debunking the Trump-Russia myth. But her top secret emails. But her deleted emails. Check out my books below. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much. Hit subscribe right now. Enjoy Super Bowl Sunday. Go Rams. I think the Rams are going to win. And, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. He's going to keep parts of the Mueller report, which will be absolutely hilarious. Thank you so very much.